Away from headlines and public attention, Ivanka Trump's billionaire life is most clearly defined by the places she lives. Instead of boardrooms or lavish events, it is these private spaces that shape her daily world. Homes chosen for safety, privacy, and a stable family rhythm. From protected Manhattan opulence to tranquil estates, each property marks a turning point in her life and priorities. Together, they tell a story of deliberate withdrawal, where influence is maintained not through ostentation, but through carefully controlled spaces and the way she chooses to live. Before the name Ivanka Trump reached headlines and global attention, her life was already forming in a world where power, wealth, and public scrutiny quietly shaped every step. She was born on October 30th, 1981, in Manhattan, New York City, into a life already shaped by ambition and visibility. She was the second child of Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump, growing up inside a world of marble lobbies, guarded elevators, and constant motion. Her childhood was comfortable but not untouched by disruption. When her parents divorced in 1992, Ivanka was 10 years old enough to understand that stability could vanish quietly, without warning. That moment marked her first exposure to public scrutiny and personal reinvention, themes that would follow her into adulthood. As a teenager at Choate Rosemary Hall, a strict boarding school in Connecticut, Ivanka learned discipline and independence away from her family name. On weekends and during school breaks, she stepped into a different role, modeling for major fashion houses. The work was not treated as glamour, but as structure. She learned schedules, contracts, and expectations early, discovering that image could be transformed into income if managed carefully. After graduating in 2000, she spent 2 years at Georgetown University before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. Wharton sharpened her instincts. Economics gave her language for decisions she had watched her parents make instinctively. When she graduated in 2004, she did not immediately step into the Trump Organization. Instead, she worked at Forest City Enterprises, choosing to observe real estate from the outside before returning to the family empire with clearer judgment. Her first major independent venture came through design rather than property. Partnering with a diamond company, she launched Ivanka Trump Fine Jewelry, a brand that expanded quickly with flagship stores in Manhattan and later in Soho. She soon followed with handbags, shoes, and professional women's wear, licensed to major department stores across North America. The business was built on a modern strategy focused on branding rather than manufacturing. Ivanka did not manage factories or inventory. Instead, she licensed her name and focused on design direction, positioning, and image control. At its height, the brand became widely visible and commercially successful, establishing her as a serious figure in lifestyle and fashion retail. When market conditions shifted and political associations complicated public perception, she chose to shut the business down in 2018. Rather than prolonging a declining brand, she accepted closure as a strategic decision, prioritizing long-term control, reputation, and flexibility over short-term continuation. Television expanded her public profile. Beginning in 2006, she became a central figure on The Apprentice, transitioning from guest appearances to a lead judging role. The show reinforced her image as composed, analytical, and unflinching, qualities that later defined her political presence. In 2015, Ivanka made a life-altering decision by openly supporting her father's presidential campaign. In 2017, she resigned from the Trump Organization and entered the White House as a senior advisor without salary. Her role carried global visibility and controversy. She traveled internationally, participated in diplomatic meetings, and led initiatives focused on women's economic development, including the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative. These years reshaped her public identity and permanently altered her business path. Besides politics, Ivanka has written 2 books about work and leadership. When the presidency ended, she stepped back from public office, choosing privacy over permanence in politics. By the time she stepped away from public office, Ivanka Trump had already lived several distinct lives: heiress, student, entrepreneur, television figure, and political advisor. Each chapter carried its own risks and recalibrations, shaped by choice rather than momentum. Today, her story stands as one of adaptation and restraint, defined not by constant ascent, but by knowing when to advance, when to withdraw, and how to remain in control of her own direction. That sense of intentional retreat now comes into focus through one of the most defining spaces of her current life: the Miami mansion where privacy, family, and control converge. Mansion in Miami. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner's waterfront mansion on Indian Creek Island carries a quiet, composed presence that blends naturally into Miami's calm coastal atmosphere. Valued at approximately $24 million, the home sits on 1.3 acres of land surrounded by water and dense greenery, offering privacy that is rare even by Miami standards. Ivanka began living here full-time on her 43rd birthday, marking a clear shift into a more settled chapter of life. Approaching the property, a long private driveway leads toward a modern white residence, softened by trees, hedges, and layered landscaping. The gate opens to reveal a reflecting pool stretching toward the two-story facade, creating a sense of stillness before even entering the home. Tall palm trees frame the entrance, while clean white walls, dark trim, and balconies filled with plants give the exterior a balanced mix of structure and warmth. Inside, the house feels open and light-filled. Large windows invite sunlight across soft white and cream interiors, where curved furniture and neutral textures create a calm, welcoming tone. In one family moment shared by Ivanka, the living room appears simple and intimate, anchored by fresh flowers and natural light. Nearby, the dining area feels equally relaxed, decorated not for show but for family celebrations, with subtle details that suggest everyday use rather than formality. The children's spaces reveal the heart of the home. Shelves filled with books, sports equipment, and personal items show a life actively lived. A wooden bunk bed adds warmth, while toys and athletic gear reflect how freely the children move through the house. Nothing feels staged. The rooms are designed for growth, play, and routine. Outside, the backyard opens into a wide pool area overlooking the water. The swimming pool sits at the center, bordered by pale stone and shaded seating. A private wellness area includes a sauna, outdoor shower, and cold plunge, quietly supporting daily routines rather than luxury display. Behind the home, a private dock connects the family to the water, where the children regularly enjoy boating and wakeboarding since relocating to Florida. Throughout Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner's home, the same rhythm is felt again and again. Calm spaces, softened light, and an intentional design centered on family life. This mansion is not meant to make a statement or project status. For Ivanka and her family, it represents a conscious choice to slow down, set clear boundaries, and build a life grounded in privacy and peace. Before this chapter fully settled into place, the family lived nearby in a high-rise apartment overlooking Miami Beach while the mansion was being rebuilt. That was Arte Surfside Residence, where ocean views met quiet family life. Before settling into their waterfront mansion on Indian Creek Island, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner spent nearly 3 years living high above Miami Beach in one of the city's most discreet luxury buildings, Arte Surfside. The residence they once occupied has since reappeared on the market with an asking price of $27 million, offering a rare glimpse into a transitional chapter of their lives. The apartment spans more than 5,200 square feet and includes 4 bedrooms, floor-to-ceiling glass walls, and unobstructed views of the Atlantic Ocean. The interiors follow Arte Surfside's signature approach to luxury: clean lines, travertine stone surfaces, white oak flooring, and an expansive ocean-facing terrace that extends the living space outdoors. From this terrace, the sea feels close and constant, shaping the quiet rhythm of daily life. Entry into the residence begins with privacy. A biometric elevator delivers residents directly into the apartment, opening onto a stone-lined gallery that sets a calm, controlled tone. The living room stretches along the glass facade, where soft furnishings and neutral colors meet endless blue water. Morning light floods the space, while the sound of waves becomes part of the home's atmosphere rather than background noise. The bathrooms continue the same understated elegance, featuring sculpted stone tubs, walk-in showers, and natural materials chosen for texture rather than drama. Everything is refined, restrained, and intentionally quiet, reflecting the lifestyle Ivanka maintained during this period. Beyond the apartment itself, Arte Surfside offers an exceptionally private living environment. With only 16 residences spread across 12 floors, the building provides exclusivity that few Miami towers can match. Amenities include a rooftop tennis court, indoor and outdoor swimming pools, a private beach pathway, a full-service fitness center, yoga spaces, pet-friendly walking areas, and a children's playroom. For a family with 3 young children, it offered a rare combination of security, freedom, and structure. From 2021 until November 2023, Arte Surfside became a familiar backdrop in moments of Ivanka's daily routine, whether leaving for workouts, stepping out for dinners, or spending quiet time on the terrace with her children. As public attention increased, additional privacy glass was installed around the balcony, allowing family life to continue without intrusion. When the family finally moved on, the apartment remained what it had always been, a pause between chapters. It was a place of routine, growth, and calm, where the children grew older and family rhythms took shape away from the spotlight. Today, Arte Surfside stands as a reminder of a private season that quietly bridged their life before and after Indian Creek Island. From this peaceful oceanfront setting, we now explore the vehicles that carry Ivanka Trump through her daily life and family routine. Car collection. Ivanka's relationship with cars begins quietly, with a Volvo XC60 chosen for balance and practicality. It entered her life during a period when daily structure mattered most, becoming part of mornings shaped by school schedules and steady routines. On early drives through Florida streets, often alone or with her children in the back, the car moves smoothly and confidently, insulating its passengers from noise and pressure. The experience behind the wheel feels controlled and reassuring, reflecting her preference for safety, simplicity, and privacy. Today, a well-kept Volvo XC60 holds a value of around $55,000, fitting naturally into a life built on comfort and order. As responsibilities expanded and days demanded more space and security, the Chevrolet Suburban became a constant presence. It was purchased during years when her schedule stretched across cities and public appearances, often carrying family members, assistants, and security together in one enclosed space. The Suburban's dark exterior and expansive interior create a sense of separation from the outside world, turning each drive into a moving shelter. Whether navigating New York streets, Washington routes, or later the wider roads of Florida, the feeling inside remains the same: steady, insulated, and deliberate. A modern Chevrolet Suburban costs about $70,000, and for Ivanka, it has long been a silent companion in her life. Then there is the vintage Studebaker pickup, a choice that feels personal rather than practical. It entered her life through moments of escape and reflection. She was seen with it under open skies far from cities, surrounded by family, dust on the tires, and laughter carried by the wind. The truck's aged paint, simple cabin, and deliberate pace create a driving experience that invites patience. It is not used for errands or schedules, but for moments that feel removed from public life. Depending on its condition, a vintage Studebaker pickup is worth around $40,000, and in her collection, it is the vehicle that gives her a sense of freedom and ease. Overall, Ivanka's cars reflect a calm, controlled way of living that balances responsibility with personal freedom. Next, we take a closer look at her assets and overall wealth and how they shape the life she leads today. Income and net worth. Ivanka Trump's financial story is defined by a single powerful figure: $800 million in estimated combined net worth with her husband, Jared Kushner. This wealth was not created in a straight line, but through a mix of executive salaries, branded ventures, real estate holdings, and strategic exits. Each stage of her income reflects a moment of choice, showing how she built, stepped back, and reshaped her financial life over time. Ivanka's earliest earnings were modest by comparison. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania in 2004, she joined the Trump Organization as an executive rather than an heir drawing passive income. Over nearly 20 years of active work, Ivanka earned an estimated $35 million in salary from the Trump Organization, similar to the compensation received by her siblings Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. These earnings came from executive roles focused on real estate development, hotel management, and brand expansion. A major independent income stream came from her fashion and lifestyle businesses. Through licensed lines of clothing, shoes, handbags, and accessories sold across North America, Ivanka built a brand that generated approximately $75 million per year, later peaking at around $100 million in annual sales. Instead of owning factories or managing inventory, she licensed her name and creative direction, earning about 7% of wholesale revenue. At its strongest point, this structure brought her an estimated $8 million to $10 million per year in pre-tax income, while keeping operational risk low. In 2018, she chose to shut the brand down entirely, sacrificing millions in potential future earnings in favor of long-term reputation, control, and strategic flexibility. Ivanka's investment income also plays a key role. A 2018 financial disclosure reported $55 million in personal assets, including $5 million in income from a trust valued at more than $50 million, as well as $3,900,000 from her ownership stake in the Trump International Hotel in Washington, District of Columbia. Ivanka and her siblings each hold 7.5% ownership in that property, making it one of her most significant individual assets. Her financial position is closely tied to Jared Kushner's portfolio. In 2017, disclosures showed Ivanka and Jared as beneficiaries of a real estate and investment network valued at $740 million, later adjusted to approximately $710 million. Jared personally reported a net worth of $325 million in 2017, with income sources including $1,500,000 earned between April 2017 and June 2018 from Westminster Management, a firm operating more than 20,000 apartments across multiple United States states. Separately, Kushner Companies manages real estate assets valued at approximately $7 billion nationwide. Their wealth is reflected in major asset decisions. In December 2020, Ivanka and Jared purchased a 1.8-acre waterfront lot on Indian Creek Island in Miami for $30 million, later developing it into a private family estate. This purchase marked a shift away from New York and Washington life toward privacy, security, and long-term residential stability. Today, Ivanka Trump no longer draws a public salary, operates no active consumer brand, and holds no government position. Her income now comes primarily from investments, trust distributions, and shared real estate holdings, rather than earned wages. Her financial story is no longer about expansion, but consolidation, choosing fewer roles, fewer appearances, and assets that support a controlled, private lifestyle built on decisions made years earlier. Alongside her solid financial foundation today, Ivanka Trump devotes increasing time and resources to charitable efforts, viewing contribution to the community as a part of her life. Philanthropy. Ivanka Trump's approach to charity shifted in 2017 when she entered public service and reassessed the meaning of success beyond business. As she prepared to release her second book, Women Who Work, Rewriting the rules for success, she chose to separate personal profit from public responsibility by donating one-half of the remaining unpaid advance, approximately $250,000. That decision led her to support the National Urban League and Boys and Girls Clubs of America, with the $250,000 divided between the two organizations. The funds were directed toward education initiatives, job training programs, and mentorship opportunities for young people from underserved communities. She has also supported Chai Lifeline, contributing an estimated $100,000 to help families facing pediatric illness. In addition, Ivanka has backed United Hatzalah with donations estimated at $50,000, helping fund emergency medical equipment and responder training. Ivanka Trump's philanthropy is quiet and deliberate, integrated into a structured lifestyle that balances family, professional life, and public responsibility. Beyond her philanthropic work, those same values shape her personal life, where family, routine, and a carefully balanced private world take priority. Personal life. Today, Ivanka Trump's life is centered on family, structure, and a carefully protected sense of privacy. She lives primarily with her husband, Jared Kushner, and their 3 children, focusing on creating a stable and grounded home environment away from constant public attention. Family remains the core of her daily life, shaping how she organizes her time and priorities. Her days follow a disciplined routine. Mornings often begin early, focused on her children's schedules, school responsibilities, and shared family time. Fitness and wellness are consistent parts of her routine, including regular workouts, outdoor walks, and mindful habits that support balance and energy. Ivanka has spoken about the importance of routine in maintaining clarity and calm, especially while managing multiple responsibilities. On Instagram, Ivanka frequently shares carefully chosen glimpses of her life. Her posts often highlight family moments, photographs with her children, and scenes from recent travels. These trips tend to favor nature, quiet resorts, and destinations that offer space and reflection rather than crowds. Faith continues to play an important role in her daily life. Observing Jewish traditions helps structure the family's weekly rhythm, especially around meals, rest, and time spent together. This sense of tradition adds consistency and grounding amid a fast-moving world. Ivanka keeps a close and private circle of friends, largely made up of family members and long-standing relationships rather than public figures. Social time is intentional and low-key, often centered around home gatherings, travel, or shared wellness activities. In her current chapter, Ivanka Trump's personal life reflects balance and intention. Away from politics and business headlines, she prioritizes family, health, faith, and stability, choosing a quieter path that allows her to remain present in the moments that matter most. If you enjoyed this look into Ivanka Trump's personal life and lifestyle today, leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more in-depth lifestyle stories. Your support helps us continue bringing you calm, thoughtful portraits of modern lives.